Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we are test driving a Toyota Venza Hybrid. And I'm gonna do like you just did and skip the commercials. I don't really like driving this car very much. But with that being said, stick with me here for a minute, because this is a fine automobile. It's very competent. I'm currently on the highway doing 71 miles an hour. The ride is smooth. The acceleration is, it's okay. It's not fast enough to be exciting, and it's not slow enough to complain about, is how I'll describe the acceleration, which means that it really doesn't have a whole lot of personality. The handling is good. The steering is numb. You don't really have any clue what's going on with the front wheels. But the car does handle well, safe, secure, totally fine. Very comfortable, competent car, but nothing whatsoever to be excited about one way or the other. Jeremy Clarkson said that to love a car, it has to have human qualities. And if it's gonna have human qualities, it has to have flaws. And maybe this car doesn't really have any. But it's not exciting, and it's not fun to drive, and it's not my cup of tea. But with that being said, if you're considering buying one of these and you're just thinking, you know, I would like a nice compact SUV. I like the way the Venza looks because I do think it's a good looking car. And I like the fact that it's all-wheel drive, and I like the fact that it's a hybrid. Some combination of those attributes, cool. Go ahead and get one. As long as you're not expecting an exciting, fun car to drive, or even a car with some type of personality, I don't think you'll be disappointed. But if you just want a nice car, it is a nice car. I'll give it that. You don't really need to think about it too much. It has all the modern safety systems that you would expect as standard equipment. It is a perfectly fine automobile. It's just not fun. Fine, but not fun. That is how I would describe this thing. Currently doing 70 miles an hour, just to give you an idea of the road noise. It's relatively refined on the highway, but like, it's not loud, but it's not quiet. It's not fast, but it's not slow. It handles well, but the steering sucks. The ride's good. I like the ride. The seat's comfortable enough. It doesn't quite have enough knee room, which is very common amongst new cars, and specifically common I've found amongst the last couple of Toyota products that I've driven. I had the same issue in a Toyota Mirai that I drove a couple of months ago, and I kind of figured it was because the Mirai's got that wackadoodle hydrogen powertrain, that there was more stuff going on in the tunnel, and I probably do have a little bit better knee room in this than I did in the Mirai, but still not super roomy for the knees, but fine everywhere else. The Softex fake leather seating surfaces feel fine. Bringing it through this freeway interchange, no issues. This is the XLE model. Oh, we got the traffic. That's fine, I got adaptive cruise control. This is an XLE model, so it has ambient lighting, and I've tried to film the ambient lighting, and like, it's so weak that it doesn't even really show up on camera, and it's hard to notice it, especially in an environment like this. I'm in Southern California currently, and So there's a lot of ambient light, and you don't really see the additional lighting that they've added in the cabin of this. So if that's something that you're considering upgrading to an XLE or a Limited for, don't really worry about it. What are they doing construction here? One of the things that I do really like that this car has is the dynamic radar cruise control, as Toyota calls it, and because all of the new model Venzas come standard with the Toyota Safety Sense 2.0, this system operates at all speeds and is able to bring the vehicle to a stop. Oh my God, this trucker's about to kill somebody. He is not in a good mood this evening. I'm gonna give him a wide berth. So anyway, it's a very nice system in traffic, which is what we just had a little spot of right there, but it doesn't look like it's anything to worry about. Driving by Metro Point Shopping Center, which is right across the street from South Coast Plaza, which is the second largest mall in the United States by square footage, second only to the Mall of America in Minnesota. If you still like to go to malls. Back up to a raucous 55 miles per hour as they do some construction on the 405 here. So like I said, if you are just looking for a nice, comfortable car to drive, and the Venza ticks the rest of your boxes for what you want, and driving a vehicle isn't so important to you, the act of driving a vehicle, enjoying driving a vehicle, then I recommend the Venza to you. However, if you're a person who likes cars enough to start a YouTube channel about cars and make almost 200 videos about cars so far and mess around with, you know, sporty-ish cars, yeah, you're not really gonna have any fun in this thing. It's just too vanilla. And some people like vanilla. Nothing wrong with vanilla. But it's not really what I want in an automobile. I almost feel like I would like this car better if it were worse, just because it would give it some sort of personality, some sort of defining characteristic as far as driving it goes. I think this car's defining characteristic is how it looks. I think it does look quite good. I think it's a better looking car than the RAV4. And I guess that's kind of the point of it, because in most respects, it's really hard to differentiate it from the RAV4. The Venza is a little bit higher priced, but it's also, you get more equipment for that price, so that part of it's acceptable. And the size is very similar to a RAV4, and yeah, so I feel like you'd buy this over a RAV4 just strictly based on how it looks. And I could understand that, because it does look nice. So anyway, I don't really have a whole lot else to say, because there isn't really much else to say about this particular car. So if you liked my video, I guess like it or subscribe to my channel. Driving this car has me feeling so apathetic that I really don't care if you do or you don't. Leave a comment on the video. Do that, leave a comment. YouTube seems to like comments. I don't know, nobody watches my videos anyway. Someday I'd like to do this for a full-time job. I actually have a degree in journalism with an emphasis in print, and the point of that was to try to be an automotive journalist and write about cars. But then all the car magazines like went out of business because of the internet. So I'm trying to do this, and That's not something I would normally tell the viewing public, but I highly doubt anybody is watching this right now. So if you are, I just want you to know that I do appreciate you watching my video. I appreciate you watching it this long. And just by watching the video, you are doing one small thing to help me towards my goal of reviewing cars for a living. I'd like to reach the point where my channel had enough subscribers to where I could call up various automotive manufacturers and be like, hey man, I don't know how many that takes. I got 50,000 subscribers. I got 100,000 subscribers. Why don't you give me a press car so I can like review it for my channel and stuff, and then I wouldn't have to rent these piles off of Turo. It's not fair to call this car a pile. This is a nice car. And if you're one of those people watch my videos, like reviews of cars that they already bought. Like, you already bought it. I'm not 100% sure why you're watching a review of it, but again, thank you for watching my video. So if you're one of those people that already bought a Venza and you just clicked on this video to see what some random dude on the internet's opinion of it is, it's not a bad car. I just don't really like driving it because there's not a whole lot going on. There's nothing to excite me or offend me. But it's a nice car. And I like the way it looks. And I like the fact that it's all-wheel drive, and I like the fact it's a hybrid. So there are things I like about this car. Oh no, is this that angry trucker again? I was sure he was gonna rear-end that Subaru Crosstrek into oblivion. Appears he's maybe calmed down a little bit. A little too much no-doze. So anyway, I'm just rambling now, so I'm gonna sign off. Again, thank you so much for watching. Do whatever you want to do. I do appreciate you, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.